Okay, here we are live. Okay, let's calm down here. We're live. Everybody in the world is watching us, so let's behave.
The autograph requests are getting tired.
I know there's a line out there asking for our autographs, so get your pens ready. This is Senate This is the Senate Reapportionment Committee, and I always want to say Appropriations Committee.
Yeah.
Although we could do that. Reappropriations.
You
know what? I think that is excellent.
So we are here. I believe we have some maps that we can look at. I don't know that we have copies of them.
Oh, you are divine.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it on the screen.
And while we're well, those are being passed out. What I'd like to remind us is there's one more job that we have to do. We have to figure out how we're going to name these districts. What are their names going to be? Like, is it going to be Chittenden 3, Chittenden Northeast? Is it going to be the Burlington district? We just need to figure out how to.
No numbers.
Okay.
Make it sound like the house.
I know, I agree
No
with you,
numbers.
but so we need to spend some time thinking about how we're going to name the district.
Superb district, a marvelous district, a well thought out district.
Well, in other words, we'll ask Allison to.
I think, yes, we could go and appreciate which district, what they produce and manufacture. We can call it by that name. Like it could be the granite district or the iron ore district.
So if I can say, I think the ones that are going to be a bit of a challenge are Essex, Orleans, Caledonia, and then the Chittenden districts. The other ones are pretty clearly named unless we want to rename Bennington to Sunderland or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we probably want to go there.
I think
Okay. Yes, Chris.
Well, I would say I did give it some thought in the Chittenden deviation or division here. So these, I believe, I think of them as Chittenden Central, Chittenden Southeast, and Chittenden North.
Okay.
I think that works.
Yeah.
And that way, when you think about the Senate seating, those are the seats from Chittenden, just as they are.
Okay.
And I don't know what the protocol would be in the Senate when the LG calls on somebody. I think they could still say that the senator from Chittenden, but anyway, but that's, and they're related. I mean, I think we do need to give it some thought, but
Yeah.
because those seats are assigned by rule, that is part of the rule.
Right.
True.
Right.
But I assume that Bloomer would help us true that up after this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, would people be okay? I mean, to finish this conversation, would people be okay in Chittenden doing Chittenden North, Chittenden South, Southeast, and Chittenden Central?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then I think that's
Work, Tom?
I would just pick south or east.
Yeah, I would do, that's what she said, I thought.
Well,
I said Southeast.
Oh,
Just to shorten it
the
up.
thing is, if you're in Underhill, you don't think of yourself as Chittenden South.
Yeah.
Right.
no, and vice
well,
versa.
and technically, I see.
I was just trying to shorten it up. Like, no, but, okay.
I don't feel strongly about that. It could be Chittenden South, but
I actually like Chittenden Southeast just because Underhill might feel a little bit like.
Okay, then let's keep it southeast.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Nick, I can't.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I also wanted to, in mentioning the naming convention, I also wanted to address the Northeast Kingdom area and Grand Isle Chittenden, because
Wait a minute.
there's no real, like I've said, I've just been sort of adapting, using just a basic descriptor to label those, but they aren't really consistent exactly. So
Right, no, yes, so we've settled Chittenden. Now we need to look at Grand Isle Chittenden, how do we call it Grand Isle?
Grand Isle Chittenden, okay.
Grand
yeah,
Isle?
that's the same as what it is today.
Correct.
It's pretty much the same district.
That's
Yeah.
what the presiding officer usually just says that.
Grand Isle, they just say Grand Isle. And then we have the EOC district.
Well, what about Franklin? We got we're moving across and Franklin is fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, oh,
just
no, no,
never tried
I just noted those three, Chittenden and
Well,
Essex Orleans,
could
I
you
think
do-
those are,
I don't know, can you get 3, 4 letters? So it'd be Orleans, Essex, Caledonia, East.
How about if
We could
we
just
call-
do one called Essex and the other called Orleans and be done with it.
yeah, That's what I
tend
would
to
do.
agree.
Yeah,
yeah,
It incorporates all of Essex
Okay.
County, right?
and some others, that's what, I would do that. Although we could call it, Western New Hampshire.
We could call it Kingdom East and Kingdom
Kingdom
West.
East,
But you know, you don't
And
give away a lot
Kingdom
of property to represent the West.
I keep it as.
Essex Orleans, Caledonia is too much,
It's way too much.
it's way too much. I would just say yes.
Can you clarify to me why we have to come up with the names? Like, are we coming up with names for like what we write in the bill?
Well, yes,
Okay, so what the presiding officer calls it? is
that's
not
up to,
necessarily-
that's how, that would be the procedure in the chamber
But this
itself.
is just
When
for
you
the
sign
words.
This
that-
is
something,
for, but we
when you
have
use
to
a
have,
signature block, you don't have a signature block that's a mile long.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, simple and to the point is it's just a lot easier to sign.
no, but we have to come up with names for the bill itself and for the legal district.
For like when you fill out your forms.
Yeah,
I mean, you could take Grand Isle, Chittenden, and just simply call it Grand Isle too, if you wanted to. Whether people in Colchester would
Well,
object to it. that's something.
They're all district, right? Grand
Yeah.
Isle.
Just-
District.
Chittenden District.
yeah,
So in that way, it's not necessarily the county. I mean,
Right.
I often say I'm from the Chittenden District because
Alice has us trained. We're in the Windsor district. So.
so I would say we should just do Grand Isle, not Grand Isle, Chittenden, just Grand Isle.
Mhm.
Chittenden North, Chittenden Central, and Chittenden Southeast.
Yep.
Districts.
Leave everything else
Mhm.
as it is, move over here and do Orleans,
Yep,
and then the purple Essex.
just Essex, yeah,
Just call it the Essex district.
that's fine.
Are we
Okay.
done with that?
I believe so.
Okay,
Are we, okay,
Nick, I apologize because I don't really want people to,
I know.
the map I asked you for was the things you and I talked about with Braintree and Rochester and stuff, with the Chittenden detail map, not with the new Orleans and Essex districts. So that it would be kind of like hopefully a final map.
Oh, I see what you mean.
See, because what you've given us is the changes, which I'm happy to discuss after we discuss Essex and Orleans district. But what I wanted was those changes, but with the changes that you'd made in the Essex Orleans district. So that we could get, I was hoping we would have close to a final map to be able to look at.
Well, we still could if we can devise it.
So, or if you can take the two maps that you have and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm happy to, okay, Nick, whoever wants to go.
Oh,
first.
Senator Clarkson, so those district, the Essex, you were talking about the changes that Senator Brock proposed for the
Yes.
map that I distributed today?
What I thought we were, yeah,
I see. I misunderstood. I thought you meant the division of Essex, the municipality, not the.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I'd be happy to-
I meant the map that everyone, that we had, we're getting towards agreement on with the
Mhm,
changes
mhm.
there.
I
I was
can,
hoping we'd have a flat, sort of a paper map that we could, that was a final one.
Okay, so I'm going to say, while Nick is working on that, if you have the Clarkson map and you have the Brock map,
You've got all
you
you need.
can fold it, you
Yeah.
can fold the Brock map right under his through Washington County, and plop it right there, and it is
Right.
it is the map itself, and while he's working on getting a new one so that we can discuss it, okay?
Plus, we have so much imagination.
No, we don't need imagination, we just need scotch tape, Bobby.
Okay.
You-
Oh,
There you go, right? Like-
Okay. So,
Okay,
going first.
I will.
yeah, and put the right ones on the top and the right ones on the bottom, because if you put the Clarkson one the top of the Clarkson one and the bottom of the other one, then
You're
you're
really-
wrong. Then you're really wrong. You need to put the
Yeah,
top half of Brock on top of the bottom half of Clarkson.
There is a cabaret skit if ever I heard one.
Okay, yes, Senator Palmer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So if I could, because this kind of generated from some of my thoughts yesterday, when Senate Government Operations adjourned, I took a look at the map, which Nick did yesterday. And at that point, the Essex Orleans Caledonia district, so-called, had a 19% deviation, which I knew was not ever going to be able to work. So I just sat by myself and I looked at the map a little while and I said, well, what if we did this and this and this? And I moved things around a little bit. And I wound up moving 3 towns, Charleston, Burke, and Newark, over to what will become hopefully the Orleans district. And then we took a look at Richford and brought that back over to the Franklin district. And you'll see in the map that is labeled Brock, the deviations work. The numbers just work absolutely, very excellently. What will become, we hope, the Essex district has a deviation of 3.98, the Orleans district 3.11, and the Franklin district 3.82. All well within whatever guidelines we were hoping to achieve. At that point, I needed to sort of certainly see how Senator Starr felt about it, and to be fair, Senator Ingalls. So I spoke with both of them last night, and then I included Randy in a later discussion. Said, what do you think about this? And to be fair, you could take a look and move various towns. I mean, it does, but it seemed like those made the most sense to me, at least, especially with regard to the numbers. So I got buy-in this morning from Senator Starr. Senator Brock felt that it would work, and Senator Ingalls also felt like this would work. So that's what my suggestion is, that those changes be made into our final map. And to be fair, at that point, I thought we were done. But then Braintree is now an issue later. So I think for purposes of moving on, we should check off Orleans, Essex, and Franklin and be done with it.
And Lamoille.
And Lemoyle,
And Lemoyle, yeah,
and Grand Isle,
yeah, yeah,
and Chittenden.
And Caledonia.
yeah, everything except Braintree.
Yeah,
So, may I
okay,
may I
so,
ask a question?
Yeah.
So, the excellent work.
Well,
But I would just say you well.
thank you.
Okay, question. Newport,
Yes,
what about
we're divided a bit.
they have a city and a town.
Yeah, that
So it's
little,
the, okay, but help me understand.
The
So,
little squiggly thing is the city.
got it, okay.
So the city is in Essex and the town is in Orleans.
Correct.
Okay, so sort of like Essex, okay.
Yep.
Okay, wait, thank you, that's all I need to.
What's the blank one here, under Morgan?
Oh, that's the
Morgan,
town with your
Brown.
name.
That is Westmore. No, you're wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know what that is.
Wait a minute, I can tell you.
It-
It doesn't have a name on either map.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Bobby, you know that area pretty well. Plus I gave you the other map. Okay.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's the one you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
One.
so are we, here's,
You want me
yes,
to morph into the other part?
no, I want to
Okay.
take Senator Collmore's suggestion here and do it like we do in our committee often. Is check this off if we're okay with Franklin, Orleans, Essex, Lamoille, Chittenden,
Grand Isle.
Grand Isle, and Caledonia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
do you have a red pen?
I do.
I have it.
Okay, now let us, Senator Clarkson, do you want to talk to us
I'm
about
happy to.
Braintree?
So you have, I believe Tom Little emailed everybody.
Yeah.
There are concerns and they have been raised. I have to honor my dear friend Andrew Perchuk for having raised these first, that there might, and that we've had some other comments about the challenge of Braintree. Can't get there from here. And so the proposal we have in front of us is to try and fix that. And it is, I have to say publicly, it is with great reluctance because I had just sold yesterday the whole idea that we might have a county that's whole here, which really excited me. And as you know, I've really tried to keep the counties whole as possible because that and equity matter to me. So to that end, I am reluctantly, very reluctantly agreeing that Rochester probably fits more naturally into Addison in this regard because again, the Addison district senators, they would have to go out of county to get to Braintree, just like Windsor would have to go out of county to get to Braintree. So this proposal, taking Braintree up into Washington and putting Rochester into the Addison district, and reluctantly going back to Brian and saying, is it okay if we keep Pittsfield in the Windsor district as proposed a while ago? That is the solution, I hope, and Tom Little will be happier with us. And I think we will be subject to fewer challenges, which is what we're, I suppose, trying to accomplish. And it does raise our deviation a bit. It lowers it sadly, but it, I think, can be justified.
So I think one of the considerations was that it would be more likely to have a constitutional
Correct.
challenge if there was a town where you really couldn't get to from this district. So I am fine with this, and I think it still makes our deviation less than 15.
Yes.
I think we all had that feeling of very uncomfortableness with putting Braintree where we had it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether everybody understands what a blivet is, but once upon a time, we used to speak in those terms. I won't use the actual term, but it's like having 2 pounds of mud and stuffing it in a 1-pound bag. It just didn't feel right.
No.
And so I appreciated Tom's email. I really did.
Yeah, and so that, and listening more deeply to our friends in Addison and to our colleague in this committee, Senator Perchlik, and to Tom Little.
Yeah.
There we are.
So, yeah,
Well, I support that. It brings our total deviation to, I believe, 14.45.
Yeah.
Which is
Very
excellent.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Based on what we know. And
Yeah.
so I think that's a good small change.
so can we put a red circle around Washington
So,
Yes.
and we're gonna.
About
move
orange?
Braintree.
To Washington.
to Washington? So can we put a circle around Washington?
Yeah.
About orange,
Yes.
Yeah.
Madison,
Yes.
Rutland,
Yep.
Windsor,
Yep.
Wyndham,
Yep.
Yes.
Bennington.
Yep.
No more circles.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Oh, God, no. Okay, we're done.
There's this town in New Hampshire. No, I just wanted to say that I support the Braintree move into Washington District. I did try to put it into the Orange District, which puts it over 8%, and then I was trying to play with it. But it really is the best place to move it at this time. I feel a little sorry for Orange County to get every corner of their district into a different county, but I think that's just the way it goes. So I think it's a good map.
I think we've gotten there, and everybody has worked really hard and made concessions, and I think we are in a good place.
Well,
So,
I'm happy, I'm just sorry it took so much time to get to the right place.
actually, I don't think it took a lot of time. I think it would have taken less time had we been able to be in person instead of on Zoom.
Yeah,
But I do believe that, I don't think it took an extraordinary amount of time.
but in run, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Okay, here is this map where just all the red circles.
That's the one.
Okay, yes.
Then you don't have to use Scotch tape anymore.
Oh, I like those.
I did too. Yeah, mine is a little
Although I
bit
got that.
wonky, but
What?
Do we have a bill number yet?
Yeah.
And
no, yes, it's H, what is the bill number, Amaranth? Do you remember from the house? H722.
Yes.
Yes, it came to us.
Do we,
No, they have it on their
is this right?
calendar for third reading today. So then it will, third reading today, it'll come to us probably on Tuesday.
Wednesday.
and on Wednesday, and then we should be ready to, and then it'll be sent to this committee. And this committee will then plot our map, amend theirs, I guess that's the right word. It, onto the, onto H722, and we'll send it to the floor.
So we can't technically vote anything today, can we?
Yes, we can vote ours today,
Okay.
but
I don't know how-
then we
We're
have to
preparing
vote.
our amendment.
I don't know how to phrase it. So the amendment to 7,
8, 7.
Well, there's no, you will need to review the language
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
proposal amendment.
So this is
You
more
can
like the
vote on
handshake.
the
that we're
substance and
Okay.
then review the language to
All right.
formally vote it out.
Yeah,
then I move that we so do.
so do.
So what should we call this final map, just the final map?
Could
Well, I don't want
could
your
we-
name on it.
Yeah, could we make it
Yeah,
a committee?
yeah,
map?
Yeah, take Clark.
I kind of like that, but
I do, and I'm just kidding.
Well, I
Could
think
we-
that we take off draft 317 and we just put,
Committee.
317
Committee amendment.
2022 committee map.
Could we add 700?
700, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's sort of like the report that's in
Yeah.
the calendar.
Yeah.
Indicates that it has broad consensus.
Yeah.
No, I think well.
So committee map 7-0.
Well, no,
That's the vote. No, the committee map, it would just be committee map, and then underneath it would say vote 7-0-0.
and I'll have to ask John Bloomer how to go about requesting.
I already talked to
you-
Becca
okay.
about it.
All right.
So she, Brian had made the suggestion, about having a caucus of the whole, so we could get all the questions and finding and everything out of the way.
They're gonna be.
I won't be
So-
writing too much.
I hope nobody will be, but just for the questions. And so what, I talked to Becca and she thought that was a great idea to have it. So she'll get that set up.
Okay,
And so we'll have a caucus of the whole right before we go into the floor session. And then what I would anticipate is that the 7 members of the committee would kind of be there to be able to answer questions so that if people had specific questions about their area, then we could
Yep.
answer that.
okay, great.
So she'll set that up for us.
so do we have like a joint 7-person fist bump?
Right. COVID.
Sure.
One for all for one, remember the
Three
7 musketeers, good work. Good work.
All right, okay,
Star.
okay.
All right.
That was really good work. Yes, Amarin.
Would it be all right if Nick posted this map on the Senate reapportionment webpage?
Yes,
Sure,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Excellent.
Final map.
Final map.
But with that label shift around, right? So
Yeah, get rid of Clarkson.
Yeah.
Reluctantly, I might add.
Okay,
What are you running for?
And
Right.
then what I think I will do is this afternoon, I will send out a notice to all senators telling them that the final map is posted so that they can take a look at it so that they, because we should be able to do this if we get it into our committee on Wednesday, we ought to be able to meet very quickly and get the right language and vote it out and do it maybe even at the end of the week.
Looks like Nick has a question.
Oh, Nick, sorry.
Michael.
yeah, thank you. I just wanted to be clear that I'm gonna be on just which version of the map, because I missed a little bit as I was moving between parts of the State House.
As you were running up and down the stairs, you mean?
Exactly. I haven't been able to ride my bike quite as much as I usually do, so this is some much needed cardio. So I'm going, if the committee has a minute, I'd like to just put the screen share this map just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Is that okay?
Good idea.
Okay, thank
And
you.
then Ellen has to put all this into
Yeah, I
bill
know.
language.
So this is the maptitude version of the map that I just handed off to Senator Clarkson. And I just want to be clear that this is the one that we're moving forward with.
It is.
We're changing
It
the
is.
names though. of the-
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We're changing names of districts and retaining all of these, changes, including, including all these.
Yeah, the
Okay,
sense-
wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah,
but we're
The
not
names-
really changing so many names. of
Yes, we are
districts.
changing names. We are changing EOC to Essex.
Yeah, Essex.
We are changing Grand Isle, Chittenden to just Grand Isle, and we're changing the Chittenden ones, I guess
They're
they're
already
already.
They're already.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to
And then
create a
take off-
new,
Take
sorry?
off draft and put, committee, put the date on there and put committee map, and then put underneath their vote 7-0-0.
What is the zero on, in Essex? It's EOC. Why?
Essex or.
Essex, Orleans, Caledonia.
It's a little
Because there were parts
bit
of
of
towns
Orleans.
that came from each.
Bobby, just,
No,
no, it has one town from Orleans, so it has to.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be just Essex.
no, that's,
Oh, yeah, you're gonna change it to just Essex, right?
right.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was
Well, he
showing.
hadn't changed it yet.
Didn't change it yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
he-
He hadn't changed it yet, so what he was showing us was this without the changes.
Randy.
You already
All right.
To be in finance.
You guys-
Queen James.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody. Good work.
Thanks.
Thanks.